How patient are you? And are you good at waiting? Patience and waiting seem to go together. I've got a great deal of admiration for people who can wait for something with patience. Whenever I'm waiting, I seem to find myself beginning to wish that something would happen. Although I think that I've got better at waiting as I've got older, and of course I've got more patient too. Well, perhaps. Think of the things that require waiting and patience. When you're waiting for the results of an exam or, say, a driving test, there is that expectation as you wait to discover whether or not you have to do the thing again. Until you open the letter or the examiner delivers a judgment, you've never failed nor have you passed. And the waiting, the sense of anticipation, is often harder than the knowing. Although if you've done well, you get that sense of achievement and the relief that you've completed a task. If you failed, there is disappointment, very often followed by resignation and realization that you are going to have to try again. There is the type of waiting that has a sense of excitement built into it. The waiting for Christmas Day, a birthday, a wedding, the birth of a child, or of getting ready for a holiday. Here it is sometimes harder to be really patient because you're so looking forward to what is to come, and the weeks and the days and the hours seem to last forever until that moment when the waiting stops and whatever it is that you've been waiting for becomes a reality. There is the waiting which is painful, the waiting to receive results from a doctor or the news that you know is not going to be good. And then comes the patience to work your way through whatever it is that the waiting has resulted in. Waiting can sometimes try your patience. Think back to the time you dropped off your child for the first time at school. You need the patience to wait throughout that long first day before going back to school to pick up that child and to discover just what their first day has been like. Usually fine. Although you know that there is going to be more waiting and a lot more patience on both sides when the child announces, "That was all right, but I don't think I'm going to go back again." Waiting can be unbearable. Remember that news footage, so real, of children starving in Africa. Their eyes wide, too big for their fly-covered faces as they wait for milk, for water, for food, for the return of a parent, for someone to hold and to love them. I wonder what it is like to wait if you're one of those children, or the parent of those children. For them, there is nothing left but to wait, and to wait with patience for what is to come, simply because there is no other way out of the situation, only waiting. St. John's Gospel, chapter 14, 15 to 21, which I'll leave you to read for yourself. There is in there an all-pervading sense of waiting. Jesus tells his disciples that they will have to wait before they're able to fully understand God's purpose for the world. Jesus says that although he is leaving them on earth, that they should not be left desolate, because he says, "I will come to you. In a little while the world will know me no more, but you know me, because I live with you, and I shall be in you." This is a really complicated reading, because it's filled with so many promises. Jesus says that we will see him, that we will know him, that we will realize who he is. The whole emphasis is on us. And then suddenly we get a change of focus as Jesus begins to talk about himself when he says, "I am in you and I am in the Father." Jesus promises that he will return, and he also promises us the Spirit of truth. So what is this truth? Well, there is the truth about ourselves, the reality of our incompleteness. There is the truth about our world. The truth that no government can provide a guarantee for security. The truth that vast wealth does not bring lasting happiness. The truth that nothing can prevent death. And haven't we all had time to learn this so very keenly over these past few weeks of lockdown, when we have all needed so much patience as we wait to hear what will happen next? There is another truth, a truth which, if we allow it to, will help us through these uncertain times and all difficult times, and this is the truth of Jesus Christ. This is the transforming love of forgiveness, which can cure lostness, provide us with security and hope, heal divisions between peoples and nations, and in the end overcome death. And this is why it is possible for Jesus to say, "You also will live, because I will be in you." These are words echoed by Mother Julian of Norwich, and I know I often use her famous sentence and her words, and I make no apology for that, because hers are words which really echo the words of Christ when she wrote, "All shall be well, and all shall be well, and all manner of thing shall be well." You also will live, because I will be in you.